guys, and welcome back to another Toy Switch Reviews action figure video. Today we have the Marvel Legends reissued or re-release of the retro Spider-Man, Marvel Sandman. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into this review. Please like, subscribe, share. Doing that helps me out a ton. Also follow me on Instagram and TikTok where you can DM me directly and just help me grow on other platforms so more people can lead to this channel. So yeah, get straight on into the review. So for the packaging, it is just the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man packaging, which you can see Sandman here looking good. Marvel Sandman on the side where it says Sandbase and a bunch of different languages there. Spider-Man, got a picture of him for Plus Marvel Comics, Warning, and Hasbro. On the back here, we got your legal stuff. Then if we zoom on in, there's those bios. If you want to pause and read it, there's just some swappables, Marvel Spider-Man, Sandman right there. Same picture, and we'll go ahead, skip the package opening, and we'll just get straight to the accessories. So for Sandman here, he does come with swappables, kinda. He has a separate head here, which is the punched in face where you can put the Spider-Man fist, which we'll look at later. But this sand texture does look very, very good. You can see there's some white paint kind of connected with his eyes. I wish he kind of had more of a different look on his face and just like, he looks like he's going, like he doesn't really care that he's getting punched in the face. But other than that, the eye over here does look good. The hair is this nice shiny plastic, just like the other one, with kind of like waves, sort of, which does look good. And then setting that aside, for the swappable head here is just the Angry One, which does look very, very good. So having Sandman look angry fighting Spider-Man will be nice. Then he has these effects here, which are swappables, fists, which has the same tech that we got with the newest Sandman. Well, what you do is you just put them like this, and it's a mace and a fist. So to look at the mace here, it does look very, very nice. There is just the, I guess, the base sand color plastic, and then there's a darker and lighter wash all over. The grainy texture is good. The different size spikes here also are good. They're not sharp. They're a little bit pokey, but they're not sharp at all. But yeah. And then I believe these just go with either one. I guess it doesn't really matter, but this connects the wrists here, so like it looks like it's forming, and both of them have different designs. One's a bit chunkier than the other, one's a bit smaller, and just, yeah, the washes on them look very, very good. Then he has a fist hand here as well, which does not have any I guess neither of them. They just plug in, so you're not getting any articulation out of these other than just being plugged straight in. But the fist does look good, has the spikes coming out forward here. One's a little bit curled. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. Kind of a shame that it's not articulated, but you can see the nice fist sculpt here, which is good. So that's kind of it for accessories, so we'll get into the detail. So for detail, there's kind of not much to him. He's kind of just using his comic accurate green and dark green shirt with the stripes, which does look very good here. It is cuffed on the arms. It is pinless up here up top. You kind of have this one single ab crunch here, but it is pinned down here. I believe also, what's his name? The newest Bushwhacker reused these legs, maybe. He has sort of glossy boots here that are in this darker brown plastic, and the brown on the legs do look good. I don't like how this is just on the leg here, just the legal stuff or whatever that is. It's like the numbers. But other than that, just the texture of the jeans or whatever is good. The seam line going all the way down. The skin color does kind of match. It is a little bit chipping at the bottom or towards the wrist where you swap the accessories. This one's a lot different than the other one. This one's a more different color. I mean, you can kind of see it on camera, the difference between this color and this one, which I'm not happy with because, once again, it's just the lighter color on the darker molded plastic. But it'll be fine because I'm probably just going to use the sand effects anyways, which I think they might have just done because they probably thought people were going to do that. But, I mean, the shirt does look good here. The wrinkles and all that. And the green is pretty consistent all the way around. So, I mean, for detail looking wise, this is going to be a good Sandman other than the Build-A-Figure too. So, we'll take a look at some articulation. So, Sandman here is going to look about that far up, about that far down. So, pretty good head articulation so far. Side-to-side tilt is also pretty good. Can rotate around. Arm's gonna get you about that far. No butterfly, but it can rotate. Bicep swivel as well. Pinless double elbow is gonna get you Yeah, pretty much all the way back there. Maybe you can move more. Yeah, about that far, so you're gonna have a little bit of a gap. There is no wrist cut, even though it's clearly cut there. Side to side there, wrist swivel, and then like I said, the sound effects do not have any articulation. Then for his ab crunch, he's not gonna get too far forward. It's just I guess the body mold they chose, it's not gonna get too far forward. So if you wanna have Spider-Man on the ground and him kind of punching at him on the floor, it's not gonna work too well. Back, it's kind of good. I mean, if you want him like in a leaning back position, fighting Spider-Man as well. So it's kind of okay there. Side to side, obviously you're gonna break up the design there a little bit, but it's all right. Leg kicks out that far, about that far forward, so pretty much as far up as you can go, and not too far back. There is thigh cut, which will break up the design there. Pinned double knee gets you, if you push hard enough, all the way back. There is no boot swift or cat cut. Leg goes down, up, and a bit of rocker there, so pretty decent articulation. But now we'll go into some playtime here. So for playtime, before I get into this Sandman, which is what I kind of mainly wanted to try, we'll do just see what the effects look like. So yeah, as you can see, the green in there is just the molded plastic, which if you put, I believe, just goes like this, and then like so. You can have the mace here, which does look pretty good here. And then if you pop this hand off, if it wants to, you can plug this in this way, and then plug in the fist. So, maybe other way around. No, it is this way. Oops, the camera there. So, he is gonna look good with these. So, there is both the mace and the fist connected to him. But what I want to try is if I take this off. First of all, let's look at this, the base colored hands. These are the base hands that came with this Sandman, or with the MCU one. So, it kinda works, not really. It doesn't look good, obviously, without the separation there. But so we'll take that off, and then just unplug this, put this around here, hopefully, maybe. It kinda works. Obviously the sands don't match between both the mace and the hand, but if you wanted, you could just have both of these, and it'll kind of work. So it's not too bad. It will work there, but yeah, it's obviously, see, that doesn't look too bad, does it, huh? On camera it looks a little bit better than it does in person, but it's all up to you there. And then I wanted to try the head sculpt swap, so I don't think this one will fit. I think the balls are too different. Yeah, that's way, way, way too small. Let's see, hopefully it'll pop up. Yep, which means that this one's probably too big. Oh yeah, way too big. So pop that back on over there. And if you put this head on, oops. Oh boy. Put this one on. Oh my goodness, how hard is this joint? If we plug it on, holy, okay, let's try it again. Oh my goodness, that's a hard joint to pop on. It's still not even fully popped on. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like this so far because it is not wanting to get on there whatsoever. But just to try it, I believe first you need to, I don't know if you can, yeah, that's not gonna fit. So what you do is you pop the wrist into the face, like so, and then attach your accessories. So, I mean, he's gonna have to have this one kind of standing smaller. But I think that's a cool idea. That's a good premise to do. I think it'd be cool if we had like a, I don't know, Hasbro will probably never give us it, but a swappable torso with different holes in it, like a leg hole, maybe to kick the foot in. But overall there, some pretty good playability with this retro Sandman. So we'll do some comparisons. So for some comparisons, here he is next to the Amazing Fantasy on the left and the Renew Your Vows on the right. So if you want your Sandman to be a tad bit bigger for your Spider-Man, I would go with the Amazing Fantasy one, just because putting them right in front of each other, you can't see that he's a lot or a tad bit taller. But then if you put the Renew Your Vows, they're really not that much of a height difference there. I mean, if you, yeah, so it's all up to you. I always think that this is like an older Spider-Man and this is a younger Spider-Man. But yeah, it's all up to you in the end. So, oops, looks pretty good next to the Spider-Mans. For some bigger villains, here he is next to the Retro Kingpin and the Retro Rhino, also re-released that I just reviewed before this one. So overall, I'm gonna give this re-released Sandman just a pretty solid, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10 as well as the Rhino. Just because, I mean, the accessories are cool with the big mace and the big fist, but I wish they had articulation, kind of, so I guess we could have more. I mean, the ball can swivel, kind of, not very well, and just the articulation seems a little bit outdated, and I don't know what they would do for a new Sandman. I mean, I guess we would want a new sort of civilian-esque build here without the pins, and more of a better torso articulation. But for now, he looks pretty good to be a Sandman on my shelf. I don't have the Build-A-Figure, which comparing those two might also be good to see. But yeah, it's pretty good here for Sandman, like I said. But that's all I have for you today, pretty much, for this review. Please like, subscribe, share. Doing that helps me out a ton, helps my channel grow. Also, follow the Instagram and TikTok. Those help me out on other platforms and help other people just draw attention to this channel as well. So, that's all I have for you today, and Toy Soldier Reviews out.